In a recent study of the happiest countries in the world, we here in the good old US of A ranked number 15. So we may have some changes, yes, we need to make. The author of Always Forward wants to help us turn it around using 4 pillars that he says can unlock our success in business and in life. And the author, Bill Wooditch, joins us in studio right now to break it all down. Good morning, Bill.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Great pleasure to have you here. Lots to talk about here with regard to this topic. It's one that I think we all kind of struggle with. We'll open up with fear. For many people, fear is a great motivator. It makes us want to take that next step. But for many, fear is something that causes great trepidation in our lives. So it all kind of starts with that fear in one way or another.
Everything starts with overcoming fear. Fear can be our greatest ally in life. It can be our most fierce adversary. We have to overcome fear. And fear is different than danger. So I think we have to know the difference between fear and danger. Danger is that imminent threat to man, from a reptile, from an insect perhaps. But fear, it's that fluid imagination playing the worst case thing up front. So that's the difference right there. We have to know first before we go forward.
Yeah, it really is crucial that we establish the difference there, like you just said. But let's move into the 4 pillars here, because we want to be, as you say, the CEO in business and the CEO of our own lives.
Right. I think your value platform is what I call it, is anchored by 4 pillars. Value platform is the experience of life. It's the happiness quotient in life. It's where your values are housed. The spiritual pillar, the overarching pillar, that there's something greater than you, a bigger belief system. The intellectual pillar, can you converse with other people? Or can you be understood? Can you understand? Can you grow that pillar? And your pillars have to be congruent. If you have a physical pillar, let's say the way you look, and it's out of line because you're not feeding your body the proper nutrition, so you can't cash those checks that your mind writes with your body. And then what is your emotional pillar? What's your ability to extend emotion, empathy on behalf of another? That supports your platform where happiness, I know, is found.
It really is incumbent upon us to take the step. Once we conquer that fear, so to speak, or whatever it is, then to sort of follow these 4 pillars, to establish them and to make sure we are adhering to them. That can be very difficult.
It takes courage with the first step. The first man on the moon was Neil Armstrong. And he said, this is a small step for man, a giant leap for mankind. Nothing can happen in a life. Nothing can happen without that first step.
Absolutely. And a lot of people think money equals happiness, but that's not always the case.
I've often found that money and happiness are mutually exclusive. They're separate. So people will validate their self-worth from what they have externally. And if the external is taken away or tarnished, the car gets rusty, or the house gets sold, their value, their self-image goes with it. We have to bring it from that belief that comes from those 4 pillars and how we view ourselves as people.
Could I put you on my speed dial? Because I think I could use your assistance in my daily life, because these, all kidding aside, these are great motivators and it's tremendous information.
Well, life is a contact sport. Get in and play. Don't be an observer. Engage in life.
I'm going to pound it up right there. We're ready to go. Thanks, Bill.
That was great. Thank you.
A great pleasure to have you here with us. You can get more of Bill's advice in his fantastic new book, Always Forward. It's available now.